Hello everyone, I'm Ellen Vanderventer, your Lake County Recorder of Deeds. For almost 16 years now, it's been my pleasure to present our cable TV show called Doing Good Deeds for You. The response from these informative shows has been wonderful, and we are delighted to have answered so many of your questions over the years. I've often said that the Recorder's Office is the best kept secret around. And the goal of our television program is to make you aware of just what we do in our office and how we are always available to help you. Another goal is to continue to bring you information that you can use every day. So today, I'd like to update you on some of the changes in our office, as well as some important changes at the Lake County Government Building in downtown Waukegan. First, I'm delighted to introduce Cynthia Pruim-Haran, your new Chief Deputy Recorder. The Chief Deputy helps manage the day-to-day operations of the Recorder's Office, so it will be great for you to now put a name with a face. Cynthia is already fielding many of your phone calls and business inquiries. Now you'll have an opportunity to meet her and hear a little bit about her background and her business experience. Then I'd like to take you on a quick tour of the county building lobby. Our office has relocated from the 6th floor of the county building to the lobby, while the building undergoes some much needed repair and updating. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started on another edition of Doing Good Deeds for You. Well, welcome everybody. Here we are with another edition of Doing Good Deeds for You. I'm really excited today because you are all going to get to meet your new Chief Deputy Recorder, Cynthia Pruim-Haran. Hi there.
Hi, Mary Ellen. How are
you?
Now,
Cynthia likes to be called Cindy.
I do.
So we'll start with Cindy, and I thought it would really be fun if we could just chat for a minute and kind of let folks know who you are, a little bit about your family, if you don't mind.
No, not at all.
A little bit about your history of Lake County and what you've done for the last 9 years and how you got here. So this will be great. I want you all to kind of put a name with the face, because when you call our office now, you're going to be speaking to Cindy. And so let's get to know her a little bit. So if somebody says, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, first, it's very exciting to be here. Thank you. As you said, I like to be called Cindy. It's just how I grew up.
How you grew up?
Right. So when people say Cynthia, I always have to look twice and look for my dad, who calls me Cynthia. I live in Lake County in Round Lake with my family. My husband, Mike, is a firefighter. I have one son who is heading off to college in a week. Connor will be starting at U of I next Thursday, so we're very excited about that. My daughter Claire is 5, and she'll be starting kindergarten next week at Big Hollow School. And our youngest, Michael, is 4, and he'll be in preschool. So we have a very busy household. And,
you're not kidding.
Yes, very busy. Very exciting times, though. Lots of change.
That is great.
Yes, yes.
And you and I met several years ago, and one of the reasons that we met was because you have a legal background.
I do.
And I should tell the folks that our previous Chief Deputy Recorder, Mark Brogan, who you might remember, has retired. And so it was time to find somebody to fill his shoes. And Mark had brought kind of a real estate background with him, and we worked hard on that aspect. But I'm really proud to say that Cindy is a Lake County attorney, and she brings a whole wealth of different tools and thoughts from a legal perspective to our office. And folks may not know that we are guided by the state statutes.
We are.
So we are so excited to have a lawyer on board. So can you tell us a little bit about your legal background?
Sure. I've been a practicing attorney for 12 years. I actually, I graduated from Loyola University in 1992 with a communication degree and actually went into hotel management. I was a senior manager with Hilton Hotels for a number of years at various Chicago properties. And then I decided to go back to law school, which is what I thought I had always wanted to do. So I went to school at Chicago Kent down in the Loop. got my law degree there, and then for a short time I was a real estate tax attorney in the city.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, so I did that for a bit, which helps out a lot in the Recorder of Deeds office. However, along the way we decided to move up to Lake County 9 years ago, and I decided that working for the city in the city works for some people, but I just didn't think it was going to work for me, and I really wanted to be close to home. So I actually took a position with the Lake County Public Defender's Office, where I worked for almost 9 years, up until this past May. I absolutely loved it. A wonderful group of people, and really doing work that people don't understand. You know, people look at it as helping criminals or people who are doing bad things, but it's also a lot of really helping people work through things. It's part lawyer, part social work, but it was a wonderful experience. I'm proud to be part of the Lake County legal community. That's something that I know I'm going to carry with me forever, and I'm going to remain active. So I do have a broad range of legal experience to bring to the office.
Which is just going to be so helpful, and we've already experienced several things that we're not looking to you for necessarily legal advice, but just, you know, kind of a background that helps us segue into making decisions for some of the taxpayers in Lake County. But she just left out a really important part of her life. I was wondering if she was going to say it or not. But Cindy is a big basketball player. And I do want you to talk just 1 second about your basketball history, because I think for young ladies out there, this is really a big deal. And I just want to touch on it just for a minute.
Sure, absolutely. I'm very proud to talk about basketball. I started playing basketball in 5th grade, and my dad knocked down the family garden and built a half court for me and my sister at the time. Played basketball for Maria High School in Chicago. Got a full scholarship to Loyola University in Chicago, where I played all 4 years. Had a wonderful, wonderful career. I'm the 3rd leading scorer in Loyola University history, which I know you wanted me to mention.
I think that's so cool. The 3rd highest score ever.
Yes,
that's
ever,
a big deal.
Ever. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud to use my skills from when I played basketball to coach. I'm not coaching now, but for 4 or 5 years here in Lake County, I coached at St. Peter's up in Antioch. I coached boys and girls, and I coached the same group of kids all the way from 5th grade all the way through when they graduated in 8th grade. And I still keep in touch with them. And as you said, it's for young girls and young boys too, but for young girls to be involved in athletics and to work hard and to understand that you can be as strong as you want to be, and what you put into it is what matters.
Well, I'm glad you talked about that, because I think it's such a great accomplishment.
Thank you. And I'll tell you, if I could play every day of my life, I would play. Still now, yes.
Oh,
still now.
Well, let's get back to the office just for a second.
Yes.
You have been with us, I think, for maybe a couple months now, getting your feet wet and figuring out the ins and outs and stuff like that. But what has been most surprising, do you think? Has it been, I don't know, the volume of phone calls, or the difference in questions, or how specific things are? What did you think? I never thought they did that in the recorder's office.
I have to say, I am absolutely amazed with the volume of work that gets done in a day. On an average, and of course I was looking at it the other day, but on an average we record or put into the system or file, whatever word you want to use, over 500 documents a day on average. And that's with a staff of a little over 20 people. So to me that's amazing. And those documents can come in across the counter here in Waukegan. They can be emailed in through our e-recording system, and they can be mailed in. And so we have this large volume of documents. And I'm even more amazed with the staff, because their knowledge of what they're doing and the speed with which they can do it is amazing. And, you know, talking about the staff, we have people who've been on staff over 20 years. You know, they're in their teen years.
Isn't that amazing? We added up one time, if you added all their tenure together, that they have over 175 years of information. Yep. And they're so good at it, you know, whether it's looking up in the old-fashioned books or using the computer right there and then and there to help somebody on the telephone or right in front of them. It's amazing what they remember. And I think that's what you're so good at too, though, because you might not be able to help somebody right that moment, but you know how to direct them to the proper department or the proper area. And you know, people call us all the time, not necessarily for recorder information.
You're right.
They've just seen one of our shows and seen one of the phone numbers that we're going to put across, you know, shortly. And we're happy to help them. That is our job. I think one of the things that I'm most proud of is our customer service and the way that we really can help people at any given moment. So that's pretty fun.
You know, and I will say, as I've been going through the office, I've been sitting down with each staff member individually, as you know, and for me to listen to a staff member who can sit there and tell me what it was like to have people walk in and write into the large old books what they needed recorded. Whereas now, from my end, what I see is just, you know, we're entering it into the system on the computer, but I've heard stories of, you know, they had these wonderful personal relationships with the people who were coming in with large amounts of filings and, you know, pulling up chattel books to see who owned horses. And, you know, it's amazing to me the amount of history that is just contained in the books in our office, and not just in the books, but with the people there too.
Oh, I agree. And we love to talk about being the keeper of history and having people call us, even if they're not selling their home, but maybe they want to know who the owner was, you know, prior to them and prior to them and prior to them. We can go back to the 1800s and find things, which is really, if the staff can roll up their sleeves and get to work on some of that stuff, they thoroughly enjoy that.
They really do enjoy it. And when someone comes in, and I've stood there and watched them, they get engrossed in what they're doing. And I've had staff say, oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to be doing this. I was helping that person. And I know that's your feeling. Go help that person do it. And they enjoy doing it. And it's very interesting.
It is just great. So that was one of the most surprising things you said was maybe the volume. Do you have a sense of what is one of the most important things? Have you had a moment to even think about that?
I've had a few moments. I think one of the most important things we do is to be able to get information into that computer system quickly, so that if you record a deed, come into our office, or it gets sent in, you can basically find it online on our search system or call in, and it will be in the system at least one day later. And to me, that's
a really good point.
It is, because attorneys need that, or people want to be sure that when they got their home, they sold it, it's recorded, it's, you know, it's there in the historical document. So as an attorney, that to me is very important.
That's great. One of the things, quickly, we only have a couple more minutes left, but one of the things that you and I wanted to talk about today is FOIA requests, or they're called Freedom of Information requests. And we get this a lot. And, you know, people go on our website and want to begin to fill out all that Freedom of Information paperwork, thinking they need that to get information from our office. But I think we both want to say that 99.9% of the information in our office is all public information.
Absolutely.
We would like to encourage no FOIA requests, because you can get that information for them
in seconds, usually.
Probably by 5 o'clock.
Yes.
And, you know, there's some, as you know, some legal sticking points to the FOIA, you know, and we would prefer not to do any of that and just help you and get you your documents right away. Has that been your sense?
It has been, and like I tell the staff, if someone calls and wants something and they're going down the direction of making a FOIA request, or they just have a question, or they got an email into our recorder's email system, send it to me. Have them call me, give them my phone number, transfer the call to me, and we can get them the information we need. And of course we would, you know, follow any FOIA rules that there are. But we'll get it for you. We're more than happy. We can email it, we can fax it, we can call you with it. We are more than happy to do it. And most of it is just there on our website to begin with.
Exactly, right. I was just thinking, you've come on at kind of a difficult time, because most people might not know that our office has been moved out to Gurnee for the next 14 months while they redo the county building. They're going to make it much more energy efficient. It's an old building, and we're doing our best to bring it up to date. But we are now also down in the lobby, so that our goal was to have the customer not know any of this and to continue to come to Waukegan. So you're really, you're really juggling 2 different offices at the same time.
I have to say,
going?
when I started, and the attorneys in the area that I've been dealing with, or when people call, they're like, "Did Mary Ellen tell you were moving a month after you started?" And yes, she did. Of course she did. But it's been interesting because it's really made me have to jump in and learn right away, because we do our, like, as we like to call it, our behind the scenes operation is in Gurnee.
Right.
So when we get the mail there, and we do everything behind the scenes there, but our office or our desk in the lobby is where our customers can continue to come, so they're not displaced at all. We have a full staff in the lobby there, very eager to help, very willing to help. All of the old books are there, our grantor grantee books are there, we have search computers available. So we have really had to kind of change what we do internally so that our customers aren't missing out, so that there's no time lag for any of the documents that are being recorded. And once again, I have to say, I'm amazed with our staff, both here in Waukegan and in Gurnee, for stepping up to the plate and making sure all of that happens efficiently.
Right. We have about a year to go yet, I guess, but we're making it work. And having said that, we're going to segue just for a second. And what we would like to do is go down to the county building lobby and show you where our new office is down there, so that you can kind of get the lay of the land if you do need to come to Waukegan. But also remember that we can do a lot of business by fax, by email. Certainly you can call Cindy at any time to have anything checked or looked up or recorded, but we still have to keep that presence in the lobby. So I think we're going to go down and take a look at that. If you want to join us, stay tuned, and we're going to go downstairs. Here we are down in the lobby of the Lake County Government Building in downtown Waukegan. And as we said earlier, they're renovating the floors 6, 7, 8, and 9. We used to live on the 6th floor, but now we are down here in the lobby, and you can see the old books are down here. We've brought every single thing down here with us that you used to see up on the 6th floor. All the beautiful old books, all the terminals to look up everything. And 2 of our staff are down here today. You may have remembered them actually from previous shows. This is Jennifer, and she has volunteered to work down in the lobby for the couple of months that we're here. So I just have 1 or 2 questions for you, really. Are people surprised that we're down here? Do they walk right by, or do they stop? Or what has been the response from people?
We've had a good response. Yeah, they walked right past. They go to the 6th floor and they say, "Oh, you're not there anymore." So we just explained to them that, we're doing some renovation, and they seem to be okay with it. And
good, that's good. I mean, there's really nothing that we can't do down here, right? Is it true you're still recording and doing every single thing that we did upstairs?
oh yeah, we do the same exact thing. We have all of our, facility is the same upstairs as it is here. We're able to help them out and get them out the door.
That's great. It is a little cramped in here. They have every single inch spoken for. But Michelle, Michelle's also been with us for a long time and has worked the counter upstairs. So she also volunteered to be down here during the renovations. What's been the hardest thing? Has anything been really, really difficult?
It's difficult, I think, when we're trying to concentrate on our customers, and then we also have the public come in. So it kind of gets confusing a little. To answer their questions as well as our own customers.
It does seem a little loud down here because you have a lot of traffic, all the foot traffic, everybody coming to court or going to the other floors is coming right by you. So has that been a problem when you answer telephones, or you just make it work?
No, we just make it work. It doesn't really seem to bother anybody. So
Good. Well, we did want you just to kind of get the lay of the land, take a look at where we are. This is our home probably till the end of 2014. But as Cynthia said earlier, all the behind-the-scenes work is being done in Gurnee. We don't want you to drive all the way to Gurnee, although maybe for some of you it's probably closer, right? But the lobby is still up and running. The recorder's office is still up and running during all the renovations. So please come in, use the old-fashioned books, make your recordings, or anything that you need to search is down here in the lobby. We are happy to help you. And if you have any questions, why don't you give us a call first before you come on down? Otherwise, we will all be here, right, ladies?
Come on
We're
down.
ready to help you out. So here's our new home. We just wanted you to take a look at it. Thank you for joining us on Doing Good Deeds for You. We'll see you soon. Thanks. We hope you've enjoyed today's latest version of Doing Good Deeds for You. I'd like to thank my guest, your new Chief Deputy, Cynthia Pruim-Haran. Please feel free to call her with any questions or concerns you may have. She is a wealth of information, and Cindy would be happy to take your call or answer your email. As you can see, we really are the keepers of history when it comes to land transactions in Lake County. Every transaction in our office represents an important event in people's lives. And while we continue to utilize available technology, we're also reminded of the old-fashioned traditions of our office. We continue to personally answer each and every phone call, greet you with a smile as you enter our office, and do our best to provide the best customer service possible. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We hope this information is helpful to you as you begin to think about your family's history or as you think about buying or selling a piece of property in Lake County. If we can assist you in any way, please don't hesitate to call us. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we continue doing good deeds for you.